his smartness for the game. I'm an athletic trainer and athletic director. I spend a lot of time on the sidelines, and I enjoy the game, and I enjoy watching it and listening to it. And I was often close enough to be able to listen to the coaches and to Danny. And Danny was so smart. There were times, I remember several times, when he called timeout, not because coach told him to call timeout, but because Danny thought we needed a timeout. And he would call timeout, come to the sidelines, and Ken Miller would say, "Danny, what are you doing?" And Danny, kind of in his own way, would say, "Coach, I called timeout because I was coming to ask the same thing. What are we doing? And it's not working. Or here's something that I think will work better. Or here's what I'm seeing out there. Let's try this." So Danny and Coach Maynard and Coach Miller would talk about it, and they'd come up with a plan, and they'd go back. Danny would head back out on the field, and Mike would turn around and look at me, and sometimes Jim was standing next to me, and he'd just kind of, take his headset off and look at us and kind of wink and say, "You know what? He's right. That's a better plan than what we were doing. Watch this. This is going to work." And Danny'd go out there and make it happen.
I remember the balance best. He achieved an academic performance that, had he made the choice, could have been a Rhodes Scholar or could have been admitted to law school. No question about that. And at the same time, the balance of superb performance as he moved through the years got better and better, more focused. So I remember the balance in terms of being a student athlete. I mean, I think he exemplified, by the time he completed his work here, he exemplified what we like to see in a student athlete.
He was just a fantastic player and an amazing athlete and terrific leader. But I think the thing that I would say was his greatest asset was just his iron will and his ability to impact the good of the team, his ability to everyone believed in Danny. There was a confidence that Danny had when he stepped in the huddle and said, "This is how it's going to be." Everybody knew that's how it was going to go. And it was his iron will and his determination that I think made everybody else on the team better.
What I remember most about Danny as my student, and of course I was his political science professor, and he took a lot of classes from me. He's a very smart guy, very, very smart guy. But at the same time, pretty easygoing. He used to be in my office a lot. We chat about a lot of things. But I think in retrospect, the thing I remember most about Danny was his determination and his tenacity. He was an easygoing guy, but you could tell inside there somewhere, was a determination on his part to get where he had to go. And I always had tremendous respect for that. On top of that, he was a fantastic student and a fantastic athlete. So how can you beat that?
I more or less think the Tuesday night practices that we had, that Coach Maynard made it feel like a game atmosphere, high school, under the lights. I hate to use the term, we got after it a little bit, but it was always a little fun. Going the ones versus the ones, the good versus the goods. But I'd say Tuesday night practice was definitely some of the fondest memories I had.
Well, first of all, he's a gamer. There's no one that ever was focused more when it came to game time than Danny Ragsdale. And what that achieved was maximum performance. I mean, I suspect we all cite some of the same examples, but the one I remember was the championship game when we had to run the entire field to win. He was calling all the plays. At the very end, we win the ball game, and he's virtually exhausted right in the end zone. Cannot get up immediately. It's that kind of effort to go along with skill and just dedication that we'll never forget about Danny.
I do have a lot of favorite memories of Danny, both on and off the field. He was really an interesting guy, and it was fun to coach. And he was a challenge too because he was so smart. I don't know that we've ever had a player as smart and who understood the game. And really, Danny was years ahead of everyone else in terms of understanding the concepts of football and how coverages worked and fronts and defenses. He was way ahead in all of those areas. But I think my favorite memory goes back to in 1999, Laverne game, everything on the line. If we win the game, we win the conference. it might have even been homecoming, I don't recall exactly. We're down 2 touchdowns, fourth quarter, and Danny rallied us back. The final drive of the game, he went 90-plus yards. I remember Ken Miller, who was our brilliant offensive coordinator, said, and I remember being on the phones with Ken, and I said, what's the play, what's the play? And he says, Danny's got it. He says, we're better off just letting Danny run it. He's checking everything at the line of scrimmage. Let him handle it, we'll be fine. And so, and he was right.
Danny was special, as all Hall of Fame members are. His leadership abilities, his accomplishments on the field, his accomplishments off the field, in academics, and everything that he did. He was truly a unique individual, and he enjoyed every minute of it. And like so many of our Hall of Fame members, he's humbled and really has a hard time, I think, seeing himself as a Hall of Famer, because he just did what it is he loved to do. He loved to play hard. He loved to lead by example. He loved to have a great time, and he enjoyed every minute of it. But he is certainly deserving of being a Hall of Famer.
Well, Danny Ragsdale is really a person of excellence, and Danny was not just excellent on the field. He was excellent in the classroom. He was excellent throughout campus, and his excellence on the field is widely known. I mean, he was the 1999 Conference Player of the Year. He was the Gagliardi Trophy, which is the Division III Heisman. In 1999, he wins the College Player of the Year award. So in every way, Danny Ragsdale is about excellence, and those are the kind of people that go into the Hall of Fame.
I think that's the best question of all, and I talk to young men coming out of college. That's what I do for a living. How the University of Redlands impacted my life has everything to do with who I am today. Coach Maynard always talked about, you're going to be a husband someday, and you're going to have children, you're going to have a job, and you're going to have ultimate responsibilities, and you're going to have extreme desire, mental toughness. And from going from home to job to travel to kids, absolutely taught you to never quit, put your head down, grind. And I think most importantly, the confidence that I got here. I played. I have great experiences of being in the huddle with the guys. I don't have a bad attitude about sitting on the bench or running down on special teams my senior year at UCLA. I've got 4 great years of playing football. The confidence that it gave me has definitely led to confidence. Married to my wife for 10 years, having 2 children, starting a growing business, being around professional people all day. The overall confidence that I gained at University of Redlands definitely is 99% of everything success of what I've done after college.
Danny, congratulations on your induction to the Hall of Fame. You were a true joy to watch play, and although a challenge to be around once in a while, so much fun. I'm so happy for you. I have many fond memories of your time here, and what more can you say? You're well deserving of this honor, and congratulations. You're a true leader among your teammates and among men, and I wish you the best in life. Congratulations.
Danny, congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame. I wish I could be as accomplished as you are. So congratulations.
Well, I just want to remind Danny that given his scratch golf handicap, but with my handicap, on any given day, he won't beat me. I just want to throw that challenge out. I don't want him to forget that. And of course, I want to congratulate him. There's nobody more deserving of this honor, and I'm grateful for what he's done on behalf of the university. It's good that we can honor him, you, Dan, on this evening. Congratulations for now a successful career and a family, and representing the Bulldogs in such a wonderful way. Nice going.
Well, I'd like to also offer my congratulations to Danny, and what an amazing joy he was to coach. When Danny came here, it was clear that he was going to be special, and we knew there was something different about Danny. And I've come to observe the strength of his father and how well he was raised, and I think that has made a great difference to who Danny is and what he's all about. We're just thrilled that a member of the Bulldog family is another member of the Bulldog family is going into the Hall of Fame because he's so very deserving, and we're also very proud of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Fame inductee Danny Ragsdale. Presenting Danny's plaque this evening is head Bulldog football coach Mike Maynard.